Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? My name is Victorian. Welcome to a new DCS video. In this video, I want to show you guys how you can do a complete cold start in the JF17. We're in the JF17. There is a ladder there. That's an important detail. We'll get to that in a moment. So let's get going. There are two things you need to do before you touch any button in the cockpit. First, we need to go to the menu, so press the backslash and go to ground crew. Now, then you go to F10, remove inlet, cover, and ladder. This is the ladder I just spoke about. Even if you're on a server that is not showing the ladder, you need to do this, otherwise you will not be able to actually fire up your engine. So, do that. And you can see the ground crew copies. Come on, boys. It's not that much work. Get going. Inlet, cover, and ladder removed. Cool. Then we have the AAR probe over here. If you're not revealing in the air, I kind of suggest to take this away. The reason is that, it's just removing a lot of line of sight stuff. So I want to get rid of that. So ground crew, AAR probe, uninstall probe. There we go.
Copy, be patient. It's a bit time consuming.
Alright, they're gonna work on the AAR probe, and we cannot do anything. Even if we just turn a battery on, the ground crew is gonna be like, hey, what are you doing? Turn off the power. So we just need to do this before we do anything else. It is what it is. Too bad we just can't continue with the startup, but we need to wait till the slackers get their job done. Come on, boys. Just bring that crowbar. Get rid of it. You can do it, I believe. Come on, get this probe out of my sight.
Finally done.
There you go. So, now the probe is gone. Awesome. We have free line of sight. Alright, so this is a JF17 cockpit. We're going to do a workflow from right to left. Let's get started. Over here, we have the battery, the AC generator, and the DC generator. Turn all of those three on. Now we have all those blinking lines. Then over here we have this row with all these buttons. It says off, training, and combat. Put it onto combat. Just click that. Over here we have our internal comms. Turn that on and turn all the volumes on. And then over here,
warning.
There we go. This is the volume knob
Warning.
of Bitching Betty. You can adjust that if you don't like it.
Warning.
If I do it like this,
Warning.
you can barely hear her. Do whatever you prefer. I don't want her spamming warning the entire time through this tutorial, so I'm just going to go to the master warning button over here. Click it once and she's gone. Alright, coming back over here, you have this button below all the sound volumes, and we're going to turn that to the left once, put that on norm. There we go. Our displays are on, as you can see. That's because we turned the combat button on over there. Then over here you have your lights. There you go, and you can add more. With flood you can actually increase it. Alright, good to go. Time to go to the left. Over here we have the button for the seat. I'm gonna arm our seat. Then we're over here. Then go to the display on your left. Go to the bottom of it, and then AP1, press it once. Now we can see the our engine, our fuel, and our engine stats. We want to see this number. This is important. A moment later. Now we're going to get to the good stuff. Let's move over here. Start pump. There we go. You can hear it turning on. Engine control. There we go. And then we're going to the throttle. And to the backside of the throttle when your cursor is turning green. Click it. Now it's in idle mode. And now we're good to go to fire up the engine. So what we're going to do is the G and D button. Just hold that until the engine fires up. There we go, and then release it. And over here, you can see our engine revving up. This number needs to get to 70. All right, that's all good to go. Now we want oxygen. That's kind of important. So come over here, click on the black thing over there, and on the blue thing over there, and then we're going to the oxygen wheel over here, and we're gonna start turning that until you can't turn it no further. Now we have oxygen. Then these two button emergency. This is your engine hydraulics. Oh, my head tracking is a little bit off. And the shars button, turn those on as well. There we go. All good to go. So the last thing what we need to do is the seat. Remove this. And then close the canopy. There we go. Now it's closed. And make sure to hit it again so it's pressurized. Otherwise you're gonna lose your canopy once you're flying. Alright. Almost good to go. Now we need to do our navigation. And to do our navigation we need to turn on our HUD. So HUD contrast to the max. The HUD BRT. Now our HUD comes into display. There we go. Here's our HUD. And then you go to UFCP and BRT. Turn that on. There we go. So this is stuff for our navigation. Now you can fill this in manually, but we're not going to. We're gonna let that be done automatically. So what we're going to do is to press backspace again, ground crew, and then we're gonna go to update INS align data, get parking cord. So that's what we're gonna do. See if they do that.
Coordinates ready.
And as you can see, the numbers over here are adjusted. Alright, what you want to do right now is press right shift K, and our heading in this case is 348. This depends per airbase. So 348, remember that. Gonna come over here, and here we have the INS, standby fast INS nav. We're just gonna put this on fast. And then we're going to go to true heading. Click that. And then 3, 4, 8. And now we need to wait 40 seconds in total until the INS is aligned. So now we can do, well, not a lot really. I'm going to turn on my flaps. Just press F on the keyboard and you can see the light turning on here, TEF. Now my flaps are on. And now we just have to wait another 15 seconds. Where's the flap button? Just wait it out. Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Now it's blinking, and now we're gonna put the fast to INS nav. So one more to the right. Alright, there we go. It's all good to go. So now you have this display and you're thinking like, hey, this is not what I normally have. Just press 1 or 2, what you prefer on the keyboard. And 1, you're going into the standard nav mode, and 2 is the air-to-air combat mode. That's what I'm gonna do right now. So what are we gonna do? Final thing we need to do is bring up this screen, and we need to arm and refuel. Well, we have fuel, so we're gonna just rearm. Fuel 5, 2 SD10s in this case. Fuel tanks 1100 liters. If you, for data link pods, it says data link pod, it's the wrong one. Use the KG600. This will help you with IFF and data link. So always use that one. More fuel tanks, please. SD10s and. 5. We want to have a cool skin. There we go. and then hit OK. So now it's gonna rearm. So we need to wait for that. In the meantime, now that we're rearming, we want to set up our data link. So we're gonna come to this display, come to, click that twice, and now you see this blinking. So type in 199 and then hit the arrow again. Then you have NE slav. Click slav once, then it's on mast, and then click the left arrow, NES. Now you have data link. Nice, we're rearmed and refueled. I never liked the track thing in on the data link, so I'm actually gonna remove that. There we go. You want to be able to IFF targets as well, so click on IFF. We're getting this menu. Then over here you have M3A minus M6 minus. Go to the left arrow. M3A minus needs to become M3A plus. Go to the top where it says internal and the dot, and set the dot on TRS. Now you can IFF targets. Alright. We are rearmed, refueled, good to go. Now over here there is a cassette thing. And what we need to do, the first time you're setting up the jet, you do not have to open the canopy and update the cassette. So what we can do right now is just click it in once, and then click it in again. And then over here it says DTC locked. I'm gonna click on all. I'm gonna click on enter. Now it's loading. I'm gonna wait until it is done loading. Now we have Bitching Betty talking about loading of a warning. This is because we have fuel tanks. She is confused if we are air to air or air to ground. So we're coming over here to the left panel, AG1 and AA. You select them like this. Just put them, switch them to the back. The reason you're doing this, the other thing you could do is just click the warning away, but once you get into air-to-air combat and you don't have these buttons swapped to the back, the moment you fire your SD10, you're gonna lose track. It's gonna lose lock. It's very annoying. So I figured out that by just switching these two buttons to the back, you're fine. You're not gonna lose track. Right, DTC is good to go. So what we're gonna do right now is the following. I want to go back to the cassette for a moment. So the first time you're starting up the jet, you can just enter the cassette. But let's say we flew a mission and we used all our missiles and we dropped our fuel tanks and we're RTBing, so we're back at base. And we're just refueling, rearming. So we're not respawning, we're just using the same plane. If you then want to rearm and refuel, you need to do the same thing again. So you need to select what you want. So keep in mind, we just had a mission. All of this is gone. We need to do this again. Hit OK. Then we need to open the canopy.
Warning.
There we go.
Warning. Warning.
Yeah, she's gonna spam warning. That's all fine. I'm just gonna ignore her for now.
Warning.
So I'm waiting until they're done with rearming and refueling.
Warning. Warning. Warning.
Come on.
Warning.
Okay, they're done. Get back to ground crew again. And then update DTC data.
Warning.
Update data. You can only
unplug the car first.
Oh, sorry. As you can see, I need to unplug it. Eject again. Ground crew. Update DTC data, and then again update data.
Warning.
Copy. Updating the DTC now.
You can only do this with the canopy open. So first time you do not have to do this.
The update complete.
So now it's complete. Doing the same thing. Clicking it twice.
Warning.
DCS is
Warning.
locked. We're gonna click on all. We're gonna click on enter,
Warning.
and in the meantime, we can lower our
Warning.
canopy again.
Warning.
There we go. All right. Almost good to go. Last couple of things. I do not like the radar over here. It's personal preference, but you know, so I will click the button in the middle over here, and then we're getting this menu, and then I'm selecting radar over there, and I'll put the SMS page over here. There we go. We are in air-to-air mode. We want our targeting type to be small, so our adversaries get the missile warning very late. And then the final thing, next to the throttle, you have a button that says TRG in combat. We're gonna put that into combat. That should give us more power. And then last but not least, we have the parking brake. Click that back. Then let's see, left, Alt and D. Now we have nose wheel steering. And now we can take off. So, here we go. You can exit this menu, by the way. There we go. And there's one more thing I want to show you guys, and then we're gonna call it a day. Here we go. Hit the brakes. Brakes in 80, aka 80 RPM. There we go. And then we're gonna release. Full afterburner. By putting the plane into combat, the engine should give you more power. So, here we go. Gonna take off around 150. We can. There we go. Start pulling back. 10 degrees. Gear up. Flaps up. So now you come to the left side. Here's the radar. Stand by. And sail. Now everything is working, and if I press my IFF button, everything's fine. Good to go. And here we are. This is your cold startup. Well, enjoy the JF-17, guys. It's my favorite module so far. I think this is absolutely amazing. The SD-10s are amazing. It flies amazing. The roll rate is amazing. I love everything about it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel. Links for social media and Discord are in the description down below. Have an awesome day. And I'll see you guys, hopefully, in the next video. Hey!